I know it's the middle of February, but it's never too late to learn how to stick to New Year's resolution. And I'm going to share 3 tips with you today. Hi, I'm Teresa, and I help network marketers break free from their 9-to-5 job so they can live the life they want. Drop me a comment below if you'd like to learn more. Also, if you get value from my video, please like and share. How would you feel if you were the 8% achievers? You actually stick to resolution goals and make it to the top. What would you do if you actually got ahead of the 92% who gave up? You probably observed the annual pattern of short-lived good intentions over the years. But here are the stats. According to a recent study from the University of Sacramento, only 8% of all people actually achieved their New Year's resolution. The other 92% come up with million excuses of why they couldn't keep their goals. In fact, most of us are unable to keep with our resolution past the first few days of the year. Studies have shown that close to 70% of people who've made New Year's resolution will abandon within the first 2 weeks. So what's the difference between those who actually achieve their goals and those actually keep making excuses? What keeps the 8% pushing forward? What separates the doers from the dreamers? Can you guess? Your brain, more specifically part of our brain called the basal ganglia, which is in charge of certain motor functions, pattern recognition, and particular learning, and most importantly, habit-forming behaviors. Humans are hardwired to resist change to our behaviors. It's simply part of our nature. Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean all your resolutions are doomed from the start. It just means you'll have to tackle them from a different angle, one that's more in tune with your biochemistry. It only be achieved through the power of habits. We are all susceptible to have bad habits. It is easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. Once you've got a clear picture of where you are and where you want to go, it's time to take a look at the power of habit. Has 3 steps, neurological process that forms habits. First one is the cue. The second one is the routine, and the third one is the reward. The habit loop starts with the cue, an event that triggers your brain to react on autopilot through one of your habits, then emotional, physical, or mental. Routine follows. Finally, the reward is presented, which helps the brain decide whether a particular habit is worth remembering or not. The first steps towards replacing harmful habit is choosing a cue that will trigger an effective response. It could be anything from a simple note on your refrigerator to something more complicated, like setting a radio alarm clock to a specific station that will get you on board a particular train or thought that will ultimately lead you to take an action. Let's say your goal is to get into the habit of jogging 30 minutes every morning. What would remind you to go jogging? Setting an alarm on your cell phone? Hanging a poster of a professional athlete on your wall? Leaving your running shoes on the floor next to your bed so you literally stumble over them every morning? You can try different cues and experiments with any combination of them. The goal is to figure out what works for you. The reward within your particular habit loop needs to provide immediate and undeniable motivation so that you'll immediately start to yearn for it in the second you come in contact with your cue. Think about what motivates you, whether it's a fine piece of chocolate waiting for you when you get home from your jogging, an episode of your favorite sitcom just waiting on your VCR or TiVo for you to press play. This step can be a bit tricky, especially since a time may come when you are no longer properly motivated by such a reward, which might lead you to stray. After a few days of exhausting your habit loop, you should ask yourself if you still crave the reward you've chosen. If not, then it's time to choose a new reward in order to continue building a powerful habit. With your cue and reward in place, it's time for action. Execute your routine as part of your habit loop and truly commit to your plan. You could even put your plan in writing in order to hammer it into your brain. It could be something like, whenever I see my shoes, I will get here. I will get my reward. Specifically, we can go back to the example of jogging. Whenever I see my running shoes next to my bed, I will go jogging to get that delicious piece of chocolate. You get the idea. You can adapt any new habit whenever you want. You just have to set your mind to it. Now, in order to stay with the program and continue to build good habits, it's always a good idea to set actionable, quantifiable goals. Dreamers imagine themselves reaching their goals with one giant leap, while doers realize the road to success is comprised of smaller, gradual steps. One of the concepts of good setting that has become increasingly popular over the past few years is the SMART acronym, which basically states in order to be successful, reach objectives, your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. There's just one problem with these popular methodology. You see, while certain aspects of SMART goals are spot on, such as setting specific, measurable, and time-based objects, it fails when you ask if your goals are achievable and realistic, because those goals will cause you to look at your past experience and limit your possibilities. So be aware of the bias you have based on your past, and don't limit your possibility based on them. Staying motivation is extremely important, particularly when building a new habit. Recommendation for the most effective tool: maybe keep a daily journal. It's been proven to be more important than any reward, shockingly enough, and to strict creating meaning in even the most monotonous process. You deal with setbacks and negativity as part of your daily life. However, by keeping a daily chronicle of your progress towards your goal, you'll be able to reflect on the positives, however small, which will feels of accomplishments and fulfillments. The most effective mode of journaling is to recollect and capture what you achieved over the course of your day. These are your trophies, hang up to admire. We all have dreams and aspiration, and making them a reality is just part of plotting a specific course and using every available course to stay on it. Turn yourself into a doer, or your dreams will go up in the smoke. Doers and dreamers are not that different from each other. They are both driven by a genuine desire to make a change. You must decide if you're a dreamer, perfectly content with fantasizing about the treasures hidden all over the globe, but never actually setting sail to find them, or a doer looking to get more out of life and willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means venturing into unknown territories and facing seemingly unbeatable odds. Unfortunately, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you'll get the same results. So the big question is, what are you going to do differently this year? Start right now. That will make this year bigger, better, and much profitable than ever before. Your answer will dedicate what you do and how today, this week, this month, and the rest of you will turn out for you. Here's a suggestion. If one of your major goals for this year is to generate more leads and recruit new reps for your business this year, then you're going to need a proven action to execute in, day out. Luckily, we've got just the thing to help you. Sign up for this free 10-day online recruiting bootcamp, and you'll discover a step-by-step business building blueprint called Attraction Marketing, which has a dedicated plus tracked record of creating success stories. You'll learn about the specific tools and techniques you can use to connect with prospects online, so you'll never have to act desperate, chase down or Armstrong anybody to make a sale, or deal with cold calling and rejection ever again. These methods allow you to build your business automatically, where prospects reach out to you instead of you having to reach out to them. The bottom line is that in today's age, you don't need to be pushy or overly aggressive to build a successful business. So if you're ready to get started, click below. I will put the link below for the 10-day online recruiting bootcamp today. Comment below and let me know how it helped you. Like and share so I can bring you more awesome tips and tricks and shortcuts to you. My next post, how to use the reverse invite method to get your prospects to invite themselves to take a look at your business. Thank you for joining me today. Have an awesome day. Bye.